Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello guys, is there any issues with the audio or the video? Just do let me know that. No issues whatsoever, right guys? Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So today we are going to continue with our project itself, guys. A little bit more is left. Like I said, only three more functions are left with our project. So that is what we need to focus upon. That is what we need to complete in today's class. It is very simple. Just that we need to implement the analyze board function. That's going to tell us who won the game. We need to implement the comp turn. That is the computer's turn. That is the what is the computer going to do, and then the min-max algorithm, guys. Just three functions are left right now, and that is what we need to focus upon. It is going to be very simple, very straightforward, guys. Okay, so just make sure that you guys are focusing upon the class properly. We want to make sure that this is the last class, so we need to finish all the three functions in today's class itself, guys. Is Java still in demand? Not at all. You have to learn JavaScript if you want to go into web development or app development as well. So let's continue from right over there, guys. Let me open up the collab notebook first of all. So COLAB collab. I think so we were working upon this, or were we using something else? I think so we were using something else. Okay. Let me open this up inside of my account itself. I guess that was the account that we were using. Just opening up the watch and the things, otherwise it will consistently crash against the table and you guys will be getting a tuck tuck sound again and again. Okay, now everything is over. Now we can focus upon the coding aspects. So collab, let us just open that up. Welcome to collaboratory. Untitled 34, I think so this was the one that we were using yesterday. Let me open up your chat section as well, guys, on my computer. Give me a second. So I'll open up the chat section of my computer as well, so I'm able to see your chat. So yesterday we saw the dev const board. We put up the user one turn, user two turn. The main function has been implemented in its entirety. The only thing that is left right now are the first three things itself. So we'll be focusing upon that. Let me just open up your chat section right now. Give me a second. Your channel. Inside of your channel, I need to take up the day 8 of the Python and Artificial Intelligence Bootcamp. I need to pause it up and take out the pop-up chat and open that up on my screen. Okay, so I'm able to see your chat as well as I will be able to see what you guys are writing continuously. Okay, great. So let's get started, guys. Let's get started. So first we are going to implement the analyze board function, guys. Now in the analyze board function, we have to make sure to understand if somebody has won or not. Now if somebody has won, it will be either be like X has won or 0 has won, right? Only two people are there inside of our current program itself, right? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Only two players are there, that is X and 0, right? There's no other player that is there as of this point of time. X is represented by -1 and O is represented by +1. This is clear to everybody, right? Nothing too complicated about it. Now, what are the different ways in which somebody can win? Okay, so somebody can win if he has either all the rows, right? All the rows are of one particular type itself. Somebody can win if all the columns are of one particular type, right? All the columns are of one particular type itself. Any of the columns are of one particular type. And the last particular thing that is there is any of the diagonals are of one particular type. These are the only particular way in which somebody can win, right, guys? It can be either O or either X. We don't care about it. But if somebody is winning, these are the only permutations that are there. Either all the rows should be like of the same type, all the columns should be of same type, or all the diagonals should be of same type. Are you guys able to understand? There is no other probability of winning. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Either one of these things should be true. Is this clear with everybody, guys? Now, our job right over here is to represent it mathematically. Okay, to analyze the board, we need to represent these cases mathematically itself. Now, we know that every particular box inside of our game has been assigned a index. You guys remember that? Every box has been assigned an index. So basically, we are having something called as board, and board is basically a particular list, and every digit represents one particular box right over there, and every digit has a particular index to it. That is what we talked about in our yesterday's class. If you guys remember, 0 1 2 dot 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 to 8, guys. So we can represent each and every box via this index right over here. So let us take up another color. I will take up green. The first box can be represented by the index 0, then 1 2, then here 3 4 5 6 7 8, and similarly here as well 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and here as well 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So if we want a particular like I want to write all the indexes of this particular board that should be of the same type to represent that somebody has won, can we do that, guys? Can we do that? I'm having all these indexes. I know I have to check for all the rows, all the columns, all the diagonals. I'm having the indexes as well. Can I write a particular mathematical statement in which by just by looking at that, if I'm just checking for those particular indexes itself, I get my final answer? Can we do that? For example, if we take up this first row, guys, if we take up this particular first row from right over here, can it be represented by a list of 0, 1 and 2? Can we represent that by a particular list of 0, 1 and 2, guys? That if all the numbers present at these indexes are the same, then somebody has won. Can we do that, guys? Please let me know. Like if all the numbers present in our board list itself is of the same type, all of them are ones, all of them are -1, and it shouldn't be equal to 0, then somebody has won. Similar to that, for the second row as well, we can mention it off as 3, 4 and 5. For the next particular row, we can mention it off as 6, 7 and 8. For this particular column, we can mention it as 0, 3, 6. Then 1, 4, 7. 2, 5, 8. And then for the two diagonals, we are having 0, 4, 8. And then 2, 4, 6. Right? These are all the different indexes. If any of these are the same, like if all the numbers present at these indexes are the same, then somebody has won. And whatever that index is, that particular person has won. If all these numbers are 1, then 0 has won, O has won, 1 has won. If all the numbers are -1 at these indexes, then X has won. It shouldn't be equal to 0. That is also something that we need to keep in mind. That it should be the same. All the numbers present at these indexes should be the same, but it should not be equal to 0. And these are the only test cases that we need to test to get our answer that who has won this game. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Is it simple? I hope so that this is very simple for you guys to understand, right? I'm not using anything new right over here. I'm not using any new knowledge right over here. The same thing that we have learned in our previous classes, I'm just using that. Okay. Now, a list inside of Python can contain anything inside of it. Okay. It is a list of objects. Please try to understand it. It is a list of objects. Like I said, a bucket, that is a data type, right? It's a bucket basically. Now the bucket can contain anything. It can contain smaller buckets inside of it as well. It can contain smaller buckets inside of it as well. So right over here, these are small lists. These are small lists right over here. So our main, I can create a bigger bucket. Okay, I can create a bigger bucket right over here that can contain all these lists. I can create a bigger bucket right over here in which the elements are the smaller lists itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. These are the test cases that we are having. We are having a bigger list which contains all these smaller lists that we are able to see right over here. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. And we'll call this list as the CB list. Okay, we'll call this list as the CB list. That is what we are going to define it as. So let us go back into our code, guys. Let's try to at least write this particular list as a code itself. So let's go back. Let us create our new function. So how to create a function called as analyze board, guys? Can somebody let me know how to create? And those guys who are late, who was not watching us from the start itself, they will not be able to understand what I'm talking about. So if you guys are late, please watch the first part of the video, guys. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand what we are talking about if you're joining a little bit late than usual. Okay, so if you guys are not able to understand, that means you are joining us a little bit late, guys. Please make sure that you are not joining late from now onwards. Okay, my keyboard is showing less charge, so I need to connect it to a charging station itself. Otherwise, yeah, it will be completely messed up right over there. Thank you so much, guys. Def analyze board, and it should take a board as an input. So DEF ANALY. Okay, I'll just copy it down the thing itself so that I'm not making any kind of spelling mistakes at any particular point of time. Control V and then BOARD board. That is the input that is going to take. Now we'll create our big list, our big bucket, guys, called as CB. CB is equals to, and then the big list. Inside of it, we are going to create our smaller list, guys, starting from the rows 0, 1, 2. Okay, this is the first list. And the second list, so it will take us some time, guys, 3, 4, 5. Then we are having the third list, 6, 7, 8. Then these are all the rows that we have checked up. Now we need to check up the columns right over there. So checking up the column, it is going to be 0, 3, 6. Then we are going to go further with the second column. That is going to be 1, 4, and then we are having 7, I guess. And if I'm making any kind of mistakes, guys, do let me know. I'm just pitch bowling it right over here. Then we are having 2, 5, 8. That will be the columns right over here. After the columns, we need to put down the diagonals as well, right? There are 2 diagonals right over there. So for the 2 diagonals, we are going to take up 0, 4, and then 8. That is the first diagonal that we are going to have. And the next diagonal, the last diagonal that we are going to have, guys, is going to be 2, 4, and then I hope so it is 6. I hope that I have not made any particular mistakes right over here, guys. I hope that I have not made any kind of mistakes right over here. Please let me know. I hope that there's no mistakes right over here, guys. If there are, please let me know. Okay, so very good that I was able to write that down in just one go itself. Now what we need to do right over here is we are going to go over also right now this big list. How many elements are there inside of this big list? Can somebody let me know? How many elements are there inside of this big list, guys? Can somebody let me know? Can somebody let me know how many elements are there inside of this big list, guys? 8 elements are there, right? So we need to iterate over every single element. We need to iterate over every single element and then check if on the board, for example, first we'll go to the first particular element. Okay, in the first iteration, we'll go over the first particular element itself, guys, and then we'll check that if all the elements present inside the board at these particular indexes are equal to each other and not equal to 0. That is what we need to check. So first we need to iterate over every single list. Okay, so for that we are going to create a for loop for I in range. What the fuck? What just happened right over there? Okay, everything is working fine. Okay, so for I in range, and then we are having 0, 8, right? Now this is going over every single element inside the big list, guys. It is going over every single element inside of the big list. That is the smaller list. Now, if I is equals to 0, that means we are on the first smallest list, guys. If I is equals to 0, we are on the first smallest list right over there, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. We are on the first smallest list. Okay. Now we need to check if board, okay, if board, the number present at the first particular, so how to get the first particular list, guys? The name of the first particular list, what should it be? CB and then 0, right? CB0 is going to denote the first list. This is the name of the first list, guys. This is the name of the first list. CB0 is the name of the first list, guys. Now, if that is the name of the list, if I want the first element of this smaller list, what should be the code, guys? If this is how I get, this is the name of the first small list, what code should I write to get the first element of this smaller list, guys? Can somebody think about it? Think about it. Like, how do I get the first element of a list? If the name of the list is board, then I just put board and then in parenthesis 0, right? That is how I get the first element of the list of board. Now, if the name of the list is CB0, that is how I'm able to get the first smaller list. Then to get the first element out of that, that will be 0, 0, right? That will be 0, 0. 0, 1 will get me the second element of the smallest list. 0, 2 will get me the third element of the smallest list, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? This is called as two-dimensional lists. This is called as 2D lists, guys. Up till now, we were just dealing with one-dimensional list in which there was just list and then elements inside of it. And those elements are what we were trying to access. That's it. Now we are having Inception. If you guys have seen the movie Inception, inside of a dream, there is a dream, right? Here, inside of a list, there is a list. So this is called as your 2D lists, guys. Okay, because it is in 2 dimensions. Okay, so right over here, guys. I'm so sorry. Just a second. So if I is equals to 0, if I is equals to 0, guys, then in that particular case, to access the first particular digit of the first particular list, that will be I comma 0, right, guys? That will be I comma 0 itself. So that is what we are going to do right over here, guys. That is what we are going to do right over here. So inside of board, the fuck is happening right over here? So we are going to write our particular number CB, and then inside of CB, inside of the first whatever particular list is there, whether I is 0, then I is 1, then I is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. CB I, and then the first particular digit should not be equal to 0. That is the first condition we need to check. Okay, this value should not be equal to 0, guys. Okay, the board, what is present inside of the board, that is the board shouldn't be blank right over there, guys. The board shouldn't be blank right over there. Okay, it should not be equal to 0. Okay, and the next particular condition we need to check right over here, BOARD board CB I 0 should be equal to BOARD board CB I and then 1, and I'll just copy paste this. I don't want to write it once again. Control C, Control V should be equal to 2 as well. So what I have done right over here, guys, as you are able to see, is that if it is not equal to 0, if the number present at that particular digit is not 0, guys, if it is not 0, first of all, these numbers shouldn't be 0 in the board. Secondly, if the first particular digit in the board is equal to the next particular digit in the board in that particular manner itself is equal to the third particular digit in the board, only in that particular case somebody has 1. It is not 0. We have already checked that the 1 present at the first particular digit according to our smaller lists is not 0, and the first particular digit is equal to the second particular digit is equal to the third particular digit as well. In that particular case, somebody has 1. Either that be 1 or minus 1 itself, right, guys? Please let me know. Either it will be 1 or minus 1 right over there. That is either X or 0. 3, 5 and 7 as diagonal. Eh? Kumar Samyak, it is the indexes. Indexes start counting from 0. Okay, please do remember that, Samyak. Okay, so in that particular case, we have to return who won the thing. Okay, we have to return somebody won the particular game or not, right? We have to return that. So if all the numbers are correct, okay, if all the numbers are the same, guys, then we just have to return that at return C board CB 0 1 or 0, sorry, I1. I'm very sorry, guys, right over here. I and then 0. I will just be returning it that okay, this particular person has won the game. This is what I'm doing right over here. This particular person, RETURL. Okay, this particular person has won the game, right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Return this particular number if it is same. If it is not 0 and it is same, then return this particular number. That means somebody has won. Else, if nobody has won, guys, else if nobody has won, we have checked all the different permutations according to rows, according to columns, according to diagonals. We have checked everywhere, but nobody has won up till this point of time. Then return 0. Return 0 that nobody has won. Return 0 that nobody has won up till this point of time. What we are checking in this particular code is that according to the indexes of all the rows, all the columns and all the diagonals, we are just checking along all these particular rows, columns and diagonals individually that is somebody won. Has somebody won or not? If they have won, then return that okay, this particular person either -1 or 1 has won. Either X or 0 has already won. Otherwise, just return 0. Just return 0. That means nobody has won. We have checked all the rows, we have checked all the columns, we have checked all the diagonals itself. Nobody has won up till this very point of time. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Naya Khati Sai, whatever you have said is also one of the methods we can go through. But what about the case scenario wherein you are having the diagonals? So what you are suggesting is going to work just for a particular row itself, right? We need to check according to the diagonals as well. So, but yeah, that can also work. If you are figuring that particular thing out, yes, you can take up the submissions for all the things and you can check that up as well. That will also work for you. This is a very simplified version of it that, okay, we need to check, okay, all the things are winning or not. That's it. That is what we are going to do right over there. Okay. As simple as that, guys. But yes, some I forgot the name of that person. He has also written a very correct answer right over there. I'm very sorry. Yes, you can definitely use some. Naya Khanti Sai, you have written the right particular answer. You can also use that as well. Why not equal to 0? Because if board is 0, that means there's no X, no O right over there. We need to check for just X and O's. X is represented by -1, O is represented by 1. So we're just checking for right over there itself. Sir, is board defined? Yes, we have taken a board right over here. I think so. You're starting this class for the first time. Like it has been 8 days. We have been discussing board so long, right? Okay, guys. So once you have done this, guys, we have analyzed the board. We have returned a function as well. Now we're going to start with programming. What about 0, 4, and 8? That has already been done right over here. 0, 4, and 8 is already done right over there, guys. As you're able to see, 0, 4, and 8 is also there. Okay, just hidden right over there because of the size of the screen. But I've already implemented that. 0, 4, and 8, 2, 4, and 6. Already done right over there, guys. Okay. Okay, so the next thing that we have to do is write the code for our computer's turn, guys. Now we need to write our code for the computer's turn. Now this is the most difficult part of the entire project. Okay, this is one of the most difficult tasks of the entire project, guys. The most difficult part of the entire project. You have to listen to me very carefully, otherwise you will not be able to understand it. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick, guys. My throat is not working properly. But yeah, you have to listen to me very carefully because this is the most important part and the most difficult part of the entire thing. Putting up the AI inside of it. Okay, putting up the AI inside of it. So let's start with this, guys. Def and comp turn, CMP TURN turn, and we'll put up the board as the input right over here. Now for the computer's turn, guys, okay, for the computer's turn, the computer needs to figure out where to put up my particular X itself, or O, whatever the computer has been given. Okay, so what has been given to the computer, guys? Could you guys let me know? Is X given to the computer or O given to the computer? Can somebody let me know? So as you're able to see, the computer has been given O. That is the value of 1, guys. So computer needs to figure out where in the current board should I put my O, my 1 inside of my board list itself, so that I am able to get the best probability of winning. Okay, so what he's going to do is going to use min-max algorithm to see all the different outputs right over there. Okay, come back through those outputs itself, figure out which has the highest value, which particular position has the highest value, and choose that particular position as its final answer, guys. Okay, choose that particular position as the final answer. So let's start with providing the computer that, okay, currently you are not going to put any, yeah, you are not going to put any O's right now, 0 O's. You cannot put any O's right now. You need to first decide where to put it. Okay, you don't know where to put it. The computer has no idea right now where to put it. Now, position, that is where can the O be placed, can be from 0 to 8, right, guys? It can only be from 0 to 8 itself, right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. It can only be from 0 to 8, right, guys? Now, we need to first tell the computer itself that first you cannot put it anywhere, you need to figure it out. So I'm going to declare my position as -1. That computer, you have no idea where to put the O right now. You have no idea right now. You cannot put it. -1 does not exist. It computer starts counting from 0. The index starts from 0 in the board list itself. -1 does not exist. So it has no idea right now. And the end state, after doing something, the end state should be that the computer is able to understand where to put his final answer. So board POS, whatever is the final answer, okay, here I am going to put up my particular O, that he should be able to put it as 1. Okay, that he should be able to put it as 1, guys. That is what I have given to the computer. Now I have to do a certain steps to figure out what is that value of O. I need to do a certain steps to figure out what is that value of O, guys. Okay, so shall we start with this, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with this, guys? Please let me know, guys. Now, for every single position, there are just 8 positions that can be there, right, guys? There are just 8 positions, sorry, 9 positions on the board where O can be placed, right, guys? So we're going to create a for loop for I in range 0,9. Okay, did I put it up correctly? For I in range 0,8, guys. Okay, so I in range 0,9 right over here, guys. For every single position, I need to figure out that is that particular position the best for me or not. Is that particular position the best for me or not, guys? Okay, so for every position, I will be calculating the min-max value for that. Okay, let us go back to the drawing board once again. There is a certain board, guys, on our screen. There is a certain game board. Current state of the board, I don't know. It can be anything. X is here, 0 is here, X is here, 0 is here. Okay, some random state of the board is there right now. Now I have a chance to put up my O right over there. So I will calculate the min-max value for all the positions. So every position, I'll calculate a min-max value for that. I'll use some other colors. For example, this particular position is going to be -1, this is going to be 1, this is going to be -2, this is going to be 0, this is going to be 2 or 3. Some particular value I will be calculating right over there. The value that gives me the best chance of winning, I will put up my O right over there, guys. Okay, I put up my O right over there, guys. Okay, so first I need to calculate this. and I can only calculate the min max value wherever it was empty. This is empty, this is empty, this is empty, this is empty, this is empty. So if board at the position I is equals to 0, only then I can calculate it. Only then I can calculate the min max value for that position. So min max algorithm, we have already discussed that it gives us a value back. For every game state that you are playing, it gives you a value back. It gives you a value back from the tree. So that min max algorithm we will be implementing. Let's assume that we have already implemented it. Let's assume that we have already implemented it, guys. Okay. So right over here, guys, first we need to give if board I is equals to 0. In that particular case, we'll first put our 0 on that particular position. To calculate the min max value, first we'll put our 0 at that position, guys. That is what we are going to do. Board. So we are trying to build the tree that every game state we need to calculate. So if we have chosen a particular digit, we are first going to put up a O right over there and check, okay, what is the min max value if I put up a O right over there. So board I'm going to assign right now. This is not permanent. Okay, this is not permanent, guys. Okay, this is just temporary because it is just an if statement itself. For a for loop, I'm going to revert back at the end, guys. So first I'm going to put board I is equals to 1. I'm just checking if I put O right over here, what is going to happen. Then I'm going to calculate my score, my min max score, guys. SCORE score is equals to, okay, I'm creating a new variable, guys, right over here. That's going to give me a score that if I played this particular path, if I played this particular O right over here at this particular index, then what will be my min max score? What will be my min max score itself? So I'm going to use minus min max board comma I. Okay, so board comma minus 1. That is the next step. So what is happening right over here? Okay, that is min max. I've written min max. I don't know why. Where's my key? Okay. So this particular statement we will be understanding at a later point of time, guys. Okay, this particular statement we'll be understanding, we'll be implementing the min-max algorithm. Right now, just understand there is some function, we did some particular magical shit that gave us a particular value back related to that particular position. Related to that particular position itself. That is what we have done. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. We have done some random shit that gives us a value back for our min-max algorithm. We'll be understanding it once we start implementing the min-max algorithm itself. Okay, so we have got a score right now and we are going to revert some score we have got. We are going to revert back this step that we took right over here, that board I is equals to 1. We're going to take out our O from right over there. We don't want to put our O anymore right over there. We got our score that if I played this particular step, what will be my score? Okay, so board I will put it up back as 0. We will put it up back as 0, guys. So whatever game that we played right over there. So why is there a minus right over here? What is this? We'll be understanding in 5 minutes. Okay, right now just understand we have done some random magical shit right over there. Like Brute provided us with some magical beans, sensu beans or some shit that he provided that helped us get the min-max algorithm, a score of the min-max algorithm. Why is that the code? How is it working? We'll be understanding in 5 minutes, right? First, we need to understand how the computer is thinking about things. Okay, how the computer is thinking about things, guys. Okay, so we are going to remove that O from right over there, and then we are going to compare. Okay, we are going to compare if. So we are going to declare another value outside the for loop that is called as value, and this value will be declaring it. Okay, this value we are going to declare it as -2, guys. -2. The reason for that is because this is just a 2-player game in which the numbers that are going to be propagated further are either going to be -1, 1 or 0. Please try to understand this, guys. If you guys remember the min-max tree, if you guys remember the min-max game itself, okay, so somebody is putting up some particular step right over here. Remember the tree, guys, that we drew. Remember the tree, guys, that we drew right over here. Please do remember the tree, guys. You guys remember? Please do remember the tree right over there, guys. This was the min-max tree, guys. And then you are having your final states. You're having your final states right over here, guys. So this final state can either be 1, that is x has 1, minus 1, sorry, 1 that is O has 1, minus 1 that is x has 1, or 0 itself, right? There are only, like, it's a draw. There are only 3 states, 3 end states that are there, right guys? Do you guys remember it? So these triangles can only have the value of 1, minus 1, or 0, right? No other values can be there at this particular final state. If these are the values, guys, if these are the values, then when it is getting propagated over, that okay, which particular step to take, the propagation will also be either 1, minus 1, or 0, right? The propagation will also be either 1, minus 1, or 0, guys, right? Nothing else. So the values can never be less than minus 1, or it can never be greater than 1 as well, right? Are you guys able to remember this from the min-max algorithm? If you guys haven't revised the min-max algorithm and are coming right over here, you will not be able to understand it. The values that are getting propagated right over there can either be 1, minus 1, or 0. Only 3 particular test cases are there, guys. Okay, the value, so we are going to, so value can never be minus 2, right? Value can never be minus 2. Also for our AI, to give us an answer, it needs the answer to be 1. If the answer is 1, then only he's going to play is 0 right over there. Are you guys able to understand it? If the value coming from the min-max algorithm is 1, then only he will play at that position itself, because that gives him the highest probability that if I do this particular step, I'm guaranteed to win. Or if it is 0, okay, if the value is 0, then I will do that previous step, because it's not 1, I cannot get to 1. Either just let's draw this particular stuff up itself. Let's not let the other person win. So the highest value we need to find it. So we're taking up the lowest value, that is minus 2, guys. Minus 2 is the lowest value, that is just not possible. So if our score, what the fuck is happening with my mouse? Okay, if the SCORE score is greater than the value, guys, that means we have got a better position that is now available. If the score is greater than the value, then we have got a better particular position right over there. So we'll update the value by the score. That is the best step possible, right guys? I will update the current position. That is the best step forward as I. That is the best chance of getting us the result that we need. If the current score for that particular step is greater than our previous value, whatever value was there, then that is a better step for us. We need to get the highest value possible. We need to get the highest score possible. The highest score is going to win. So we're just updating that, okay, this particular score is greater than the previous value itself. So let's update our value by the new score, and let's update the current position, the best chance of me winning is at the index I. That is where the score was actually greater than the value, and that is what you are assigning right over here. After doing it for 9 times for every single place you calculated the min-max algorithm value, then you put that up against the original value. If that is the greatest, you are updating the value of I right over there. That is what you are going to do. That is what we are going to do right over there, guys. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Okay, I am very sure that no one is able to understand this. Let me try to put it up in a little bit more simplistic manner itself. What we have done in this particular thing. Okay, let's try to recap this, guys. This is very important to understand, because in the interview, when you will be showing your code, the interviewer will be asking you questions related to this. If you are not able to explain it to them correctly, what you are thinking about, then this project will be considered as something that you have just copied. You have not understood anything. So we need to understand it very well, and it is very tough. Like I said, it is the toughest part of the entire project. It is not easy to understand. Please try to understand this, guys. Currently, there is some board that has been given to us. Some random shit ass board has been given to us. Now we need to find the probability. We need to find the position upon which the AI is going to put his 0. Okay, we need to find the position upon which the AI is going to put his 0. Now to do that, currently let's assume we don't know that. As an AI, we have no idea where to put my 0. Now the position can be either 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only these are the positions that are currently available. Okay, only these are the positions that are currently available. So let us put position as -1. And we don't know where to put our 0 right now. Okay, now we need to come up with the value of our min-max algorithm. Our min-max algorithm, think about it guys, according to the tree that we created, at the edge cases, at the leaf nodes of our tree inside of the min-max algorithm, if you remember the algorithm, that value can be what? Either x has 1, either 0 has 1, or either it is a draw. These are the only three values that can be there. If x has 1, that means the value of the min-max algorithm that it will be returning will be -1. That is the one that will be getting propagated. If O has 1, then the value of 1 will be propagated further. And if your draw is there, then 0 will be propagated. So for our AI is using O guys. AI is using O. For us to make sure that O is winning right over there. O is winning right over there. We need to come up with the highest probability for the particular AI to win. For O to win, he will be choosing the highest number possible. That is, he's the max, right? O is the max. It is represented by 1. So it will either choose 1 or 0. That will be his priority. That either I should get 1 or it should be 0 or it should be -1. -1 would be the last probability that should be there. -1 will be the last probability out there, guys. The highest probability is that somehow I should get 1 from my min-max algorithm. These are the only three numbers that are possible by min-max algorithm, guys. So we are declaring another value, the lowest value possible, that is -2. -2 cannot be achieved. It can only be -1, 1 or 0. These are the only three values of min-max algorithm. But because we want the highest value further, so we are choosing -2 as the value. Now this is where you are able to use data structures and algorithms. This is one of the most common questions in data structures and algorithms, the most easiest of them as well. Because you guys are not familiar with that, you will not be able to think about the solution, and that is what has been implemented right over here. It's one of the easiest thing. I want to find the highest number. I have so many numbers, so I'll take up the lowest number. I will compare it with each one of them. I'll compare it with each one of them. As soon as the number is greater than my current value, I will update it. And this is the newest number itself. Again, I will compare with the rest of them. Again, I find a number that is greater than the current value. I will again update my current value, and so on and so forth, until unless I find the highest number possible inside of the entire list of numbers itself. Okay. So right over here, guys, -1 and -2 are the two particular values that I have already declared. Now I'm going to go over each and every box, guys. I'm going to go and take over each and every box wherever the current board is empty. So for example, here I cannot go, here I cannot go, here I cannot go, here I cannot go, because there is some particular digit already present right over there. I can only go on empty spaces. I can only go on empty spaces right over there, guys. Okay, so these are the positions that I cannot go on. I can only go on these particular positions where I'm putting up an arrow. So that is what we have done right over here. We have checked if I in range 0 to 9, so for every particular index, if board I is equals to 0, that is, it is empty, then first I go to the first particular location. Okay, I did some sheet right over here. Okay, I just removed something from right over here. POS is equals to I. Okay, so that was by mistake. So I'll go to the first particular location, guys. I will go to the first particular location right over here, guys. And I will put up my O right over here. I'll put up my first O right over here. That, okay, I will check what will happen. What will be the min-max value that I will be able to get if I put my O right over here. As you're able to see, board I is equals to 0. I put my O at the first particular number, and then I calculate a score. Okay, I calculate a score right over there, that what is the min-max value that I'm able to get if I put my O right over here. Okay, and then once I get the score, let's assume the SCORE score right over here is 0. Okay, let's assume the score that I'm able to get via the min-max algorithm is 0 right over here. Let's assume that. Okay, then I'm removing my O from here. I'm removing my O. Okay, board I is equals to 0. I'm doing it right over here, guys, as you're able to see. Board I is equals to 0. I'm removing my O from the first particular position. Now, if this score is greater than the value, this score is greater than the current value itself, guys, I will update my value. So my new value, yes, 0 is greater than -2. So my new value will be updated to 0. Okay, so my new value is updated to 0. And because right now this gives me the highest probability of winning. This gives me the best chance of me making sure that the second person, the human, is able to lose right over there. Okay, this is able to give me the best probability that my human is losing right over there. So I'm updating my POS as well as I. So currently I is 0, right? So my POS will also be increased to 0. Now I'll do it for every single step, guys. I'll do this from every single step. When I reach this particular location, guys, when I reach this particular location, my score will be equal to 1 because I am winning right over there. My score will be equal to 1 because I am winning right over there. Are you guys able to see right over here, guys? I am winning right over there. My score is equal to 1, guys. Okay. So I will again update my value. Again, my value will be updated because it is greater than, score is greater than value. So now the value is 1. This gives me the best probability of winning. And my POS will also be updated with that. My new position, the position which is giving me the best probability of winning, is 5. So this will be increased to 5. And at the end, that is what I'm implementing right over here. That board POS is equals to 1. Board POS is equals to 1. That is what I'm implementing right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So I've explained the entire code line by line to you guys. If you have not paid attention in the previous classes, if you are joining this class for the very first time, you didn't revise what we have learned in all the previous classes, you will not be able to understand, very frankly speaking. And if you are not able to understand it, then there's no point. Like, there's no point itself that of anything. Okay. So now we need to implement the min-max algorithm, and we need to understand why is there a minus right over here, guys. We need to implement the min-max algorithm, and we need to understand why is there a minus right over there. These are the two things that we need to understand right now. That are the only two things that are left right now, guys. So let's first start by implementing the min-max algorithm. Okay. So DEF min-max, that is the name of the algorithm, which takes in two particular inputs. Okay, BOARD, board, and the current player who is going to play the next step. Okay, current player who is going to play the next step itself. So PLAYER, player. Okay, who is going to play right now? Whose chance it is? So I will just make it full screen. Why is this not working? I think so the charge is less inside of my mouse as well. That's the reason I'm facing some errors. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, we have put up min-max, board, and player. Now player is basically telling whose chance it is. For example, right over here, 0 has already been placed on the board, right? Right over here, 0, that is O, has already been placed on the board. Whose is the chance right now? It is the chance of -1, right? It is the chance of X. X is the player and X is represented by -1. So that is what we are providing right over here, the player. Okay, and the board. Now, because the board is required, the new board is required right over there. Now, first we need to check if somebody has won or not. Okay, first we need to check if somebody has won or if somebody has lost. Okay, to check that, what we're going to do, X is equals to analyze. Just copy it off. I don't want to write the entire thing. I will make a spelling mistake like always. Control C. But guys, please make sure this is a very long code. Do not make any spelling mistakes like me. Make sure that you are not making any spelling mistakes. If you face any difficulties, go over all your spellings once, guys. Okay, analyze board and BOARD, board. Okay, first we'll check if anybody has won or not. Then if X is not equal to 0, that is that somebody has won. If X is not equal to 0, that means somebody has won. Then return who has won, guys. Then return who has won. Okay, so this is the leaf condition, guys. First, this is a recursive function that we are creating right over here, guys. This is going to be a recursive function that we are going to create right over here. Now, recursive function is a function that calls upon itself again and again and again. Okay, it makes it divides the entire big question into smaller questions, guys. Okay, Try to understand this. It divides the very big question into chunks of questions, into smaller questions right over there, and tries to solve those smaller questions. Now, the smallest question inside of a min-max tree, the smallest question inside of a min-max tree is the leaf node, right, guys? The smallest question inside of a min-max tree is the leaf node, right? That who has one, and propagating who has one above the tree itself, right, guys? Please let me know. So we are returning that if somebody has one, then return x multiplied by PLAYER player. Now, can somebody let me know why we have done this? Can somebody analyze and say to me why we have done this? Please let me know. Can somebody analyze and say to me why we have written x multiplied by player, guys? Can somebody let me know why we have written x multiplied by player? Can somebody think about it? And why did we require that? See, right now we know that x means who won the game, right? X means who won the game. So let's assume that if somebody has won right over there, then most probably the last particular person who played the game, that is the person who won right over there, right? So whatever the player is, he has not won the game. He is now going to play the game itself. It is his chance. So if somebody has won before that itself, that means the previous player won the game, right? The previous player won the game itself, right, guys? Think about it. It is his chance right now. It is the player's chance itself. So he cannot win the game. The previous person has won the game itself, right? So if you guys remember, min-max, we have put up a minus right over here, guys. Min-max, we have put up a minus sign right over here. That means we need to inverse it as well. Whatever answer is coming from here, let's assume x has won the game. Let's assume x has won the game. Now, whenever it is going up, okay, if 1 has won the game, but it will show here as -1, right? It will show here as -1. Even if 1 has won the game, it will show as -1. So to inverse it right over here itself, we just multiplied it by player. We just multiplied by player, so that always the answer remains consistent. Always the answer remains consistent right over there. If nobody has won the game up till now, if nobody has won the game up till now, guys, player always -1, so the score is always -1. Exactly. Okay. So if nobody has won right over here, then we need to do the min-max algorithm. Okay. Now the min-max algorithm goes the exact same way. So you have, I want to tell you guys a very special thing. You have already implemented min-max algorithm. What if I tell you guys this, guys, that you have already implemented min-max algorithm? You just need to copy paste it. You will say that, "Arey, chutiya bana raha hai." Okay. But it's true. You have already implemented the entire min-max algorithm. You just need to copy paste it. So this computer's turn is actually the first step of the min-max algorithm. This, what you have written right over here, is the first step of the min-max algorithm, guys. And instead of calling some other function right over here, right now we'll be calling the same function again and again and again. We are going to, so the major question that was there, that okay, now AI has played one particular step. AI has played board 1. Okay, it has played his particular portion right over there. Now it is the chance of human. What did I say on the very first day? On the very first day of starting the project, what did I say? Both the AI as well as the human are actually trying to play optimally. Do you guys remember that? Both the AI and the human, the AI is considering that the human is not going to make any mistakes. He is also going to play optimally itself. He is thinking that the human is also an AI. Please try to understand it. According to the AI, Human is also AI. He's also going to play the most optimal method. So this particular min-max algorithm is going to select the best possible step that the human can take right now. The best possible step that the human can take right now. So again, the human will be proceeding with the same steps, right? The human will also be proceeding with the same steps. Again, he will be doing the same thing. That okay, first POS is -1, then the value is -2, then for the I in range, blah 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 blah, and then we finalize that okay, this is the step that we want to take. So what we'll do is we'll copy everything till this particular point of time. Control C. Okay. Same steps, guys. Same steps. I'm not changing anything. So if nobody has one, then the player is going to decide what to do right now. Okay, the player is going to decide what to do right now. But we need to change some things right over here, guys. We need to change some of the things right over here. Here, it is not the AI. We don't know if it is the AI or the human that is going to play. We know that it is the player who is going to play the game right now. Last time we knew that okay, this is the computer's turn. So we need to put 1 because the computer is 0. The computer is O. So we need to put 1. But here it is the player who is going to play the game, guys. So instead of putting 1, we are going to put PLAYER player. Okay, whatever is the value of the player, that is what we are going to put right over there. Okay, and then we are going to tell min-max algorithm that okay, now give this chance to the next player. Okay, so the next player will be just multiplied player by -1. If the current player is a human, then the next chance is of the AI, right? If the current person who is playing the game is human, next chance is of the AI, so just multiplied by -1. If it is the AI that is, currently paying, just multiplied by -1. So the next player will be the human itself, right, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So that is what we are doing right over there. Then we are removing the same. We are calculating what score is the best for us. Okay, what score is the best for us. But right now, we need to propagate. We need to send which value is the highest. If you remember, we cannot come to a common conclusion that this is the step that we want to take, because now it is a hypothetical situation. We are going through all the possible scenarios in which who is winning, who is losing. We are checking everything right over here. We're checking everything inside of the tree. This is how you're creating the tree itself, guys. Because again and again, you're calling min-max algorithm, min-max algorithm, min-max algorithm, till the point that somebody has one. Now we need to propagate the values back up the tree. Up till here, you have created the entire tree itself. You have created the entire tree up till here, guys. Now you need to propagate the values back the tree. You need to send which value is the best to operate upon. You need to send which value is the best for you to operate upon, guys. So right over here, we will be putting up, let's check if everything is correct. Yeah. So now we will be putting up if POS is equals to -1. That means we were not able to find any right step. Okay, it's like either the board is completely filled or there are no spaces left, or it's a draw itself. Like we are not able to figure out where to put, the player is not able to figure out where to put his X or O. The player is not able to figure out where to put his X or O, guys. The value of POS is -1. He was not able to figure out anything. In that case, return 0. That is, it is a draw. In that case, it is a draw. Otherwise, in the normal case, return the value. Otherwise, return the value as the highest value possible. And we are propagating the value back up the tree, guys. We are propagating the value back up the tree. And this is called as backtracking, which we have implemented using recursion. This is called as backtracking, which we have implemented using recursion itself, guys. Now, of course, we can change it a lot. We can optimize it a lot. We can change the entire thing and replace it by something called as dynamic programming. We can make it more optimized by changing this entire thing by something else. It's a very shit ass thing. We can optimize it even further by changing this particular thing of how we are searching, which is the highest value. So a lot of things can be changed to optimize, make it more faster, make the program exceptionally faster as well. But for our purpose, this is a very small AI. We are not going to optimize it. But yes, if you guys are learning about a little bit more about dynamic programming, a little bit more about finding the highest value inside of a particular list itself, then these are all part of data structures and algorithms. You guys can definitely check it out. And that is how you can increase the speed of your entire code as well, guys. Okay, increase the entire speed of code. So line 36 has range from 0 to 9. It should be 8. Okay, let me check line 36 for I in range 0 to 9. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, it's correct. What is the problem with this? I in range 0 to 9. What's the problem in this? It's totally fine. I hope so. I'm not wrong. Let us try to run this, guys. Let us see if everything is working or not. Okay, let us try to run this. Let us see if everything is working or not, guys. So if there is any problems, we'll try to like debug the entire code as well. Now that is going to take a hell lot of a time itself, guys, because if something has gone wrong, then we'll have to go through the entire code and debug it properly. I hope so that there is no issues and we have written all the code properly. Okay, so let's run this. And then once it is completed running, then we'll call the main function. To run our code, guys, we'll call the main function right over here. main, guys, main, then parenthesis. That is how you call the main function. Let us pray for the God to once again, God, please make sure there is no kind of debug. Like I don't have any kind of bugs in my code. Please make it run in one particular go itself. I know as a programmer, it has never happened with me, but I hope so that you are going to listen to my prayers. So I've prayed my particular thing. Every programmer does it before running his final project itself, because of course there are going to be a lot of bugs. Let's hope that we don't have any. Enter 1 for single player, enter 2 for multiplayer. Okay, let's put up 1 right over there, single player. Enter to play first or second, guys. Should we go for first or second, guys? Please let me know. Should we go for first or second, guys? Please let me know. Should we go for first or second, guys? Please let me know. Guys, come to one particular conclusion. Some of you guys are writing 2, some of you guys are writing 1. I will take 1. Many of you guys are writing 1. Current state of the board, as you're able to see, it's completely empty, right? We are able to see the current state of the board. That is working fine. Enter X position from 1 to 9. So from 1 to 9, we need to enter which particular position are we going to put our X, guys? Okay, where should we put our X, guys? Please let me know. Where should we put our X, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As a human, that is what we are counting right over here, guys. We'll put it up as 5. Okay, let's put it up as 5, guys. Okay, so AI has put it up as 1. AI has put it up as 1, guys. We have put it up as 5. Where should we put our next X, guys? Where should we put our next X? So we have already put it up as 5, guys. Where should we put our next X at? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, guys. Let's put it up at 8. 7. 8. I'll put it up as 8, guys. 8. Okay, so we have put it up at 8. Okay, so now we have to put it up at 3. We don't have any option. We have to put it up at 3, guys. Okay. Now we have to put it up at 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have any option, so 4. Okay. Now we have to put it up at 9, so we don't have any option right over there as well. 9. And as you're able to see, it was a draw. It was a draw right over there. So everything is working absolutely fine. There's no issues with whatsoever. Everything worked fine. Our AI is working fine. We were not able to win, even though I used some of the other things itself. Okay, all these guys know the trick. I think they have played so much in their childhood. Yes, of course, guys. That was pen fights. Then you are having X and 0 competitions, world championships of X and 0s in which 4 people used to participate at the back bench itself. Okay, so if you are making a mistake as a human, if you are making a mistake, only in that particular case the AI will be able to win. Okay, if as a human you are making a mistake, then only in that particular case the AI will be able to win, otherwise not. So let us see if the multiplayer is also working or not. Let us see if the multiplayer is also working or not, guys. Let us just check that once again. Okay, so we'll put up 2 right now. We'll put up a multiplayer. Let's put up the X position at 5. Okay, so it is also working. Now the O's position at 1. X position, I can win this because this is multiplayer, so I can put up at any particular place. O's position at 3. And then I'll put it up at 8. And yes, we have one right over there. X player wins. Yay. So multiplayer is also working absolutely well. Okay. So both our X and our O, like, both our AI as a multiplayer is been like working in just one go. I'm super happy about it that we don't have to debug the code. Yay! In that way thing, it's most of the time actually gets wasted. When you're debugging the code, most of the time actually gets wasted right over there. So no issues. We actually won the game, guys. The entire code is working absolutely fine. I am not going to summarize the 100-liner code. I've done it for the past 3 days. So for those who were there inside of the class, they know every single line of code that I've coded, and I've explained every single line of code to them. So for those who are coming for the first time, guys, you have to start from the first class itself to understand the code. Okay. Shit. Now I'm feeling great. Ah. Okay, so now that we have coded the entire thing, guys, okay, now your job is to code the entire code. Okay, that is your job right now. See, guys, I'm not going to provide you with the code. I've provided you guys with the video lectures. The video lectures are available with lifetime access. So if you go, so this is the YouTube, right? Just open up YouTube right over here. Not RU, just YouTube. Okay, so this is the YouTube, guys, and I'm going to search for DevTown. So inside of DevTown, if you go to our channel, so this is the channel, guys. Inside of the channel, if you go to the live section, okay, inside of the channel, you go to the live section, guys, then you will be able to see all the previous videos, as you're able to see right over here. Day 8, day 7, day 6, day 5, day 4, day 3, day 2, day 1. All the previous videos have already been listed for you guys where you can watch them properly. Okay, so anytime you want to revise it, you want to look at the code, I've already provided to you guys, and luckily we don't have to debug the code as well. So whatever I've written right over there is absolutely correct. So I'm very happy about that as well. Right, I will just go through the code once in this video from the start to bottom. I'll just scroll down a little bit faster, so that you can just pause the video and watch the code at once as well. So I'm just providing you guys with that instead of the code. I'm not going to provide you with the code, guys. That makes no sense. Otherwise, you guys will be just copy pasting it and you will not be practicing it. You will not be able to understand the code as well. Your job is to understand the code. Only then the project has some value, otherwise not. Only then the project has some value, otherwise not, guys. I hope that the code, I will just scroll through the entire code, guys, that you are not facing any kind of problems. So I've scrolled through the entire code and the solution for that as well, so that you are able to see that everything is working out fine for us. Okay, so make sure, guys, your job right over here is to understand code and then code it, guys. Understand code and then code it. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Now it is time to understand certificates. When certificates? How certificates? Why certificates? No, 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 no. Okay, that was a very terrible laugh, but yeah, we need to understand about the certificates right now, right? So when is the certificate going to come? How is the certificate going to come? What is the criteria of getting the certificates as well? Everything I'll be demystifying in this particular part of the video, right? The first particular thing is that you are having 4 certificates, okay? DevTown, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. There are 4 certificates associated with this session. For those students who will be having, so up till now we have got 8 days of attendance, guys. 8 days. So today as well I will be taking up one attendance. That is 8 days of attendance. Those students who will be having 6 or more days of attendance, guys. 6 or more days of attendance. Those will be given on an average, like out of 8 days, 6 or more days of attendance is there. They will be given the DevTown and the Microsoft certificate by tomorrow evening on their email IDs that you have used for your attendance. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Can somebody repeat this, guys, for me in the live chat? It will be very great if you guys are able to repeat what I've just said, guys. Can you guys repeat that in the live chat so that I'm able to understand, everybody is able to understand what I'm saying right over here. For those students who will be having 6 out of 8 days of attendance, will be given the DevTown and the Microsoft certificate associated with this bootcamp, guys. Associated with this bootcamp. That will be given to them by tomorrow night. Okay, by tomorrow night on your email IDs, you will be getting these 2 certificates. I hope that this is fine with you guys. Please let me know. I hope that this will be fine with you guys. Please let me know, guys. Thank you so much for repeating that so that I'm able to understand it, guys, that you were able to understand it. Now, for those guys who will not be able to receive the Microsoft and the DevTown certificate by tomorrow night, do not complain till day after tomorrow morning. Okay, by tomorrow night, if you are not able to get your certificates, email it to us. I'm going to tell you an email, guys. I'm going to tell you guys an email right now. You just need to email it to us with your attendance proof. With your 7 days of, if you are not able to get the attendance by tomorrow night of DevTown and Microsoft, you need to email it to us with the proof of your attendance of 6 out of 8 days of attendance at certificate@devtown.in. Singular, certificate, singular @devtown.in. If you are not able to receive it, please don't unnecessarily email us. Okay, then it's of no use. We are providing you guys a way in which you are able to deal with your queries that have not got your certificates or something like that. Okay, that is the first step, guys. Everybody is able to understand it, right? No cost. There is no cost associated with the certificates. Nobody is going to ask you any kind of money with the certificates, guys. We only want to make sure that you are able to get these certificates in the best way possible, in the most easiest way possible as well, guys. Certificate. Okay, the spelling of certificate, normal, singular, certificate @devtown.in. You need, if you are not able to get it by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, then day after tomorrow morning, you can email it to us with the proof of attendance. That is a screenshot of all the emails that you have, all the attendance that you have filled up. That's it. If you're still not able to understand the spelling of certificate, may God help you. Okay, moving further, guys, the next particular thing is the Google and the Microsoft certificate. Sorry, Google and the Amazon certificate, guys. These are the 2 certificates that are remaining right now. Are you guys able to listen to me properly? Google and the Amazon certificates are remaining right now, guys. Right? You want to know the criteria of getting these 2 certificates? You know the criteria of getting these 2 certificates, guys. So let me tell you guys that. So initially, way long back ago, we used to take up your project submission, we used to check that and then give you guys the certificates, right? But due to some reasons, we have stopped doing that. The reason for that is that we actually don't have like the bandwidth. These bootcamps are for free. So to put up people to check up your projects, there was a lot of different problems. Students were not able to get their certificates on time. So to make sure that the certificates are being sent on time, guys, we are going to give you guys a certain task. A small task, guys. A very small task. Okay. It would be basically a very small task. Somebody from DevTown will be approaching you guys in the next 2 days. In just 2 days, guys. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, somebody from DevTown will be reaching out to you guys. They might be calling you. They might be messaging you on WhatsApp. Okay. And they will be giving you a very small task. It will be very simple, very easy. Do not worry about it. It will be something related to the bootcamp itself. Do not worry. Okay. If you are able to complete that task, then in the next 4 days, you will receive your Google certificate on the same email ID as well. Okay. In the next 4 days, you will be able to get your Google certificate on your email ID as well. The same email ID where you received your Microsoft and your DevTown certificate. In the next, give us 3 days, give us 3 to 4 days, guys. In 3 to 4 days, somebody will be reaching out to you. You don't have to worry about it. 3 to 4 days at max. In 4 days, you will be receiving your Google certificate. In 4 days, somebody will be reaching out to you. Just keep an eye on your WhatsApp messages or your phone itself. Okay, just keep an eye out of it. That's it. That is what I'm asking from you guys. And the last particular certificate, that is the Amazon certificate. Okay, that is the Amazon certificate, guys. I've not yet thought about what to do. So maybe you will get it directly. Maybe with the Google certificate, we'll send it to you guys. Maybe with the Microsoft certificate, we'll send it to you guys. Okay, depending upon what is the scenario right over there. With any one of these emails, you will receive your Amazon certificates as well. Okay, how does that sound, guys? Will that be fine? I've not thought about what to do with the Amazon certificate. So I just thought that with any one of these, with the Google certificate, we'll send Amazon certificates. To some people, we'll send it with the Microsoft certificates as well. Right? Just like, okay, you guys enjoy however you like it. It's for free. But make sure, guys, complete the project. Okay? Because when you're putting the certificate on your resume, people will be asking what project have you made right over there. They'll want to see the project as well. And if you're not showing them the project, then the certificate will not contain any value. Okay, we have done the entire bootcamp for free. We did an awesome project right over there. All the certificates are for free as well, right? We are not charging anything for that. What we want is your enthusiasm. That's it. Learn every single day, guys. Even if you are not participating, see the training and internship program, even if you're not participating in that, it's totally fine. You don't need to. Everyday practice programming, learn new technologies, practice more, get a pathway. The more that you program, the better you will become at it. That's all, guys. That's all that DevTown wants from you guys. Okay? Did you guys like the project, guys? Please let me know. Did you guys like the project? Did you guys enjoy the project, guys? Please let me know. I hope that you guys liked the project and enjoyed the project as well. Okay, guys, awesome. I love you guys as well. I hope that you had an amazing time. Okay, the second particular thing, guys, that is there is we are going to start off with our Hotstar clone bootcamp from today. Okay, so after this class as well at 8:15, we are going to start off with the Hotstar clone bootcamp right over there, guys. Again, it is going to be a 7 days bootcamp. We are going to cover HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and we'll be creating the entirety of the Hotstar clone. Okay, I can even show you guys the clone that we are going to work upon. Let me show it to you guys. Give me a second. Let me show it to you guys, the clone that you guys are going to work upon. Give me a second, guys. I have no idea how to find it. So I'm just going to go through somebody who has already made that thing. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me just see if I'm able to find it for you guys. I hope so. These are my posts. Where I find mentions. I have no idea. I wanted to show you guys the like thing that we have worked upon. I really wanted to show it to you guys. Give me a second, guys. It might take me a minute or two to find it. Okay, I hope so. That is not a big problem with you guys. Okay, I'm just trying to find the somebody who must have posted the entire thing. I don't know. Posts, maybe inside of posts, I might be able to find it. Nope. Maybe right over here, DevTown. But if I search right over here, guys, inside of posts, if I search it, I will give the attendance, guys. I'm just showing the project that you guys are going to work upon. So I just wanted to see if somebody has posted the project on the internet. I really wanted to show you guys the entire thing that you guys are going to work upon. It is a really great project. So yeah, this guy has posted the entire project right over here. So this is the project that you guys are going to work upon. This is the entire project, guys. We are going to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We are going to create this project as our final project in the next bootcamp, guys. As the final project in the next bootcamp. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So if you guys want to participate in the next bootcamp, it is going to start today at 8:15. I hope that you guys will be participating in that. I want to make sure that you guys are continuously programming, you guys are continuously coding, you guys are continuously learning. And that's the reason why I'm not even taking a break. Like right now, I'm going to finish up with this bootcamp and start immediately with the next bootcamp. So if I'm not taking a break, I hope so that you guys are also serious enough that you guys will be continuing your journey of studying with us. Okay. Okay, guys. So amazing, guys, that so many of you guys are interested in that. Okay. Even if you are not registered for the next bootcamp, guys, even if you are not registered for the next bootcamp, no worries. Just come to the bootcamp on time. After 25 minutes, the bootcamp is going to start on this channel itself. You guys can participate right over there. Just fill out your attendance of the first, like all the days, will get your certificates. Okay. Even if you have not registered, you can definitely join the bootcamp and you'll still get the certificates as well. So you don't have to worry about it. I will try my best to send all the DevTown and the Microsoft certificate by tonight or tomorrow itself, guys. But yeah, no issues in that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand how you are going to get the certificates, where you are going to get the certificates, everything right over there, guys? Even after explaining so much, somebody just wrote right now, sir, I have not yet received the certificates in my mail. Should I cry? What should I do? I'm not able to understand. Okay, no issues in that. I'll give you guys the attendance right now. Okay, so right now, guys, I'm going to create the attendance for you guys. For those who are interested to join the training and internship program, guys, I've already provided you guys with the registration link as well. So if you still want to register for the training and internship program, if you're still interested in that, we have released some 5 more seats right now. So if you guys want to register for the training and internship program, I hope so that you guys will be doing that. I will love to see you guys in the training and internship as well. In the meanwhile, I'll create your attendance right over here. I'll be providing you guys with the attendance link as well as the training and registration as well. Okay. Day 8. What about the project, sir? Okay. Now, what should I respond to this, guys? Somebody is asking, what about the project, sir? I provided you guys the attendance. Please start filling up the attendance as soon as possible, guys. Guys, I've provided you guys the attendance. Please start filling up the attendance as soon as possible. Somebody's asking, what about the project? And not just 1, 2, 3 people asked. Nice, man. Nice. What can I say about that? Sometimes it makes me laugh, cry, and puke at the same particular point of time. I don't know how you guys manage to do that. The cost of the training and internship program is 7,500 rupees plus taxes. So if anybody wants to register for the program, you guys can definitely do that as well. So I provided you guys with the attendance link for today's class. For those who want to continue further, the next level bootcamp is going to start after 20 minutes, guys. I hope to see you guys right over there. Do come up right over there, guys, and continue your learning journey. Do not stop learning. Okay, the bootcamps are for free, as you're able to see. The certificates will also be able to come to you guys very soon. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I hope that I will be able to see you guys very soon in the next bootcamp as well. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, guys. Shall I do bye? Bye, guys. Bye.